Hi, guys, and welcome back to episode number 42 of the Couch on Ice podcast. Pretty slow week of puck this, I would say. It's the beginning jitters, a lot of people overreacting. We're going to be talking a little bit about injuries because there's some big ones that happened this past week or week and a half or so. And just go around the league. But first, I'm going to introduce the boys. Let's throw it over to Jordan first. How's it going today, Jordan?
Oh, I'm fucking tired, buddy.
How's the move been? You just moved into your new place?
Yeah, it went well. We got lucky. The movers were really nice, and they were really respectful of our stuff. And they were
That's
quick.
good. Weren't tossing your shit around and.
No, the last time we moved, we had really shitty movers, so this was kind of a breath of fresh air.
So did I. But it was our producer, Justice, so...
They quoted us like near 900, and it ended up only being 550, so that was fantastic.
Nice. That's a big money saver.
Yeah.
Can't hurt that. How's the new place looking? Are you all set up all your shit yet? Or anything set up?
Most things set up, but we're finishing things tomorrow.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, you have to send some pictures.
Yeah, I'll show the chat.
Let us know how it's going. And I'll throw it to the other half of the podcast. Chase, how's it going? What'd you get up to this week a bit?
Yeah, not too much. Just, doing some yard work and fun things like that while it's slowly turning into winter.
Yeah, it feels like a couple days ago, I felt like if I stood outside and closed my eyes, it felt like it was the middle of winter. The ground was so cold. Yeah. It was so windy out. It was so shitty.
The mornings are a bit nippy, but
yeah, definitely.
It's nice. I like the fresh air. Feels fresher.
Feels like hockey season finally. Which I should say, let's get into it. Let's talk about some games. Who wants to kick it off this week? With the first game. How about
you? Know what? I think I'm gonna.
All right, Jordan, you throw her together. What game do you have to talk about, right?
The first game that I want to talk about is a game that happened tonight. The Leafs versus the Sharks.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched that game.
If you didn't know, the Sharks beat the Leafs 5-3. The things I wanted to bring up about this. The first one is that Aiden Hill looks fantastic.
Yeah. Hutchinson
does.
How did they even get him to play this time? I thought he wasn't allowed to. I thought they didn't have the money or something.
No, because they weren't allowed to place Mrazek on IR yet because they didn't diagnose some bullshit like that. So for a day, to save money for a day, they had to sign that college goalie from U of T. But yeah, this is what happens when you don't play Jack Campbell apparently for the Leafs. And you get a goalie I like Mrazek. I think he fits well with the Leafs if he's healthy, but he's less healthy than Freddie Anderson was, and the Leafs complained about that royally. They're like, all we need is a healthy goalie. Well, you picked kind of one that's the soft as warm butter,
Yeah, the actual for sure. He's hurt a few times.
He's probably the most injury-prone goalie in the NHL. Arguably. Can you think of one right now who's more?
Ben Bishop.
Okay.
Yeah, Varlamov.
I don't think Varlamov's as bad as Mrazek, honestly.
Oh, he just always...
Maybe Ben Bishop,
he has good stretches, but he likes to get hurt for a
while.
He does.
Ben Bishop would be in the title for hospital bills.
No kidding. Just costing insurance more money. Sorry, back to the game, yeah.
The other point I wanted to bring up was Jonathan Dahlen netted his first NHL goal.
His third NHL goal, man.
Was that his third?
That was his third of the season. This guy is fucking awesome. Okay, they talked about him during the game. Sorry to take over your game, Jordan, but I'm just going to tell about Jonathan Dahlen. Yeah, they talked about this guy. So he was picked up by Vancouver or whatever. I don't remember if he was drafted or if he was like a free agent or something out of Russia. I think he was drafted. Yeah, and they brought him over right away, and he did well in the AHL, but he couldn't make the team. And he said he wasn't mature enough for the North America, so he went back to the SHL, lit it up, and then came back as a free agent, he traded to the San Jose, I believe, his rights or whatever. And they gave up quickly on him, and look at him now. He's lighting it up.
I love this guy. I've been waiting for like so long. I'm so sad that he's not doing this on Vancouver. Like, God, what a pain in the ass. Like, would have been real nice the last couple of years, but
would have been real nice.
Found his home here.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a fantastic work ethic, and that's the thing I love about him. Like, he seems to know where to put himself at the right time, and he's always getting to those positions because he's just constantly pounding.
Yeah, he was unreal last year in that Swedish league. I believe he was like a point per game or something.
Yeah, he led the league in scoring. Like, the guy was sick.
Yeah, no, I know he's been talented for like quite a while. It just never seemed to like I don't know what the issue was with Vancouver and whatever happened there, but I remember I heard that he said he wasn't ready or something like that to be in North America after even a good year.
He played well in the A and just he wasn't ready, so went back, and now look, he's been so good. Yeah. And what a
that's why you gotta just season these guys to like 22, 23 and then let him buck, like
absolutely
seems like it's just primed and ready. Him and like Balsers as well are just looking
fire
for that
solid.
team. Like,
Eklund's looking fucking dope. I love him.
Hey, just playing him, that's awesome. He's so cool.
Like, what a year.
So I looked it up. He was drafted 42nd by Ottawa and then traded to Vancouver for Alex Burrows in 2017.
All right.
There you go. Old Burrows deal.
In 2019, he was traded from Vancouver to San Jose for Linus Karlsson.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. He's looking pretty good for San Jose now. Oh, that's awesome.
I guess this Linus Karlsson guy at least has got a point per game in 2021 in Hockey Uzbekistan. So that's something, I guess, for Vancouver. But
yeah, sure.
Signing rights. Yeah, no, this guy's awesome, but loving these Sharks, man. Like I was saying, like these guys can't be this bad, can they? They're not that bad. Look at Karlsson.
I apologize. I apologize for what I've said about Sharks this offseason. I don't fully take it back. I still think they're going to be bad, like in the standings.
Yeah,
but they are playing. They are playing a lot better than I give them credit for, and I hate to bring it to this guy, but is it probably not the fact that Evander Kane's out of that dressing room? Like, everyone else is contributing. Like, it seems happy in San Jose again and I was worried like where they were gonna go, but right now it's good.
Definitely that, because like there's like everybody didn't want him there. That was quite clear.
Exactly.
Nobody talked to him. Like the captain didn't talk to him about what the fuck was going on. Like it's just. This guy's got to gain his own respect back into the NHL, or else he'll probably never play again.
Yeah, so, like why doesn't San Jose should just San Jose should just bury that cap, take that shitty cap hit, and just bury it. Like you're gonna be bad for a while, anyways, probably.
Yeah, what did one guy say?
Buy a guy out.
Throw him in the AHL. Throw him in the AHL. If he doesn't show up, then you can like terminate his contract or something. Like whatever.
You buy him out if you have to. This is one of those contracts that it's such a bad personality situation that the money is no object at a certain point where you just kind of need to do it for the sake of your
you
franchise.
Wouldn't have to pay him. Like if you sent him down to the AHL and he just didn't show up, then you just wouldn't have to pay him. So
I'm sure he would show up, but you don't want him being like a cancer for your AHL team either, though.
Yeah,
send him to the EASHL. Like send him that far down. Send him to the coast.
Toledo Walleye.
Yeah, man. The Wheeling Nailers, like Send him to an East Coast team. That would be hilarious.
What random, like, those are the
Send him to Russia.
I swear I looked that up a few months ago. Like, ECHL. Like,
there's a team name that is called, like, the Swamp Rabbits in the Coast or something like that.
The Newfoundland Growlers.
Yeah, that's insane.
The Worcester Railers, like, nice name. Like, that doesn't sound bad at all.
Oh, yeah. The Wichita Thunder or whatever.
Yeah, you got the Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
Yeah. Oh, you got the Orlando Solar Bears. Yeah. Florida Everglades or something like that. I love the Coast. The Coast is the best.
That's amazing.
We went off a complete tangent. Jordan, back to the game. The San Jose Toronto game. The San Jose Toronto game. Back to what you were saying.
No, I mean, I think I just seriously underestimated the addition of Aiden Hill.
Yeah, he was really good tonight. The Leafs were all right. They really don't have finish, do they? It's early. I get it. It's overreaction season. Like, people are constantly, and I'm gonna be doing that too. What's that?
A picture of a Leaf fan that threw their jersey on the ice already.
Oh, I hate when fans do. It's so stupid. Like, you spent
throwing in the towel.
Like, the Leafs are not playing good. They're not playing that bad. Like, they're just not scoring, which is weird for them. They're surprisingly playing all right defense at times. Tonight, they were sewered by their goalie. Like, they played good and should have beat San Jose. Like, we're giving San Jose a lot of credit for tonight's game for a goalie that I don't even know if you can call him a professional goalie after watching that. Like, I've seen beer league goalies have better games than what we got from Hutchinson tonight. Like,
who's Toronto's assistant coach now that Hackstall's obviously coaching?
I don't know. I can go look.
Because like I can assume that Hackstall had like a huge reason to be so good defensively last year. But
they're not bad. They also lost.
I also have a feeling that has something to do with just being able to play the same people all year last year. Like, you got to be able to catch on a little bit. Like, I don't know, you get more into a rhythm in a sense. Maybe your stats kind of reflect that. But
they hired Dean Chinaweth.
Oh yeah, nobody I know.
Don't know. He's a 52-year-old replaces former assistant Dave Hackstall. Yeah, I don't know what he does.
Nice to see.
I think he's a cat. I think he's I don't know. I don't know what he is, but no, whatever, like the Leafs. They're anyways back. They're not playing terrible. I like this Bunting kid. He's really good. Nylander's looking real good. Marner's doing everything right, but he's snake bitten. Matthews looks so fast this year. Holy shit. I don't know why. He just looks faster. They're playing well. Their defense is jumping up in the rush, but they're not getting their chance. Their bottom six scored, which is nice. I don't know. At times they get dominated in games they shouldn't. They don't show up for at least a period, the Leafs. San Jose is just a bad team playing as a team right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they're playing well for what they are, but once teams get their footing and remember how to play defense, I don't think San Jose is going to be much of a threat.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed the last few days the game's calming down a little bit.
Just
complete wild.
Yeah,
so that's nice.
Can I use that to transition into my game? Because
no, not letting you.
I watched the most boring hockey game of the year, Pittsburgh versus Dallas. Jesus Christ! Sorry, I'm just gonna jump into this. I hope you guys are done with the San Jose Toronto. This game, like, I was pissed we lost in a shootout because we were better. Dallas just shuts you down. First of all, Radulov, he looks really good still. Like, I don't know why they're trying to bury this guy. Like, this guy's nasty. He's still so good.
Did you see the lines that they had going today?
They were
it's just wild. It's like Sagan with Glendening and Kurt Durant on the fourth line and stuff. It's just like, whoa.
Speaking of today, condolences to Drew Dowdy, and hope this isn't bad because that knee looked awful. Drew Dowdy got kneed by Hakanpää.
What are you doing, Hakanpää? Like, what are you doing, man?
He's like, it looked really, really bad. I don't know. I'm just really
Dowdy
worried.
was waiting for a trainer, so that's usually not good.
Not good at all, especially for a guy who like has a lot of fire this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have got up if he could.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look good at all. But back to the Dallas-Pittsburgh game. Like, Pittsburgh's like overachieving so much right now, and I'm so happy for how they're playing. They're playing like a team. It shows. I said it last episode. It shows how good Mike Sullivan is as a coach. They didn't get the win because Dallas is the most stubborn fucking team in the world, and just Holtby loves it. He looks so good under that system. He looks so good under that system because all the shots he gets maybe 5 high danger chances against him a game, and that's it. Like, Dallas is so boring. It's always low scoring.
That he had against Gensel was pretty close.
Yeah, like there was a couple. He definitely made a couple of good saves, but it helps that he's so sheltered by this team. But they get worked.
Well, you got to think of the defense that he played in, or that was playing in front of him when he won cups. He had like Niskanen and Alsner and a lot of those very good defensive big guys. So like, you're going right back into the same sort of defensive scheme, I would kind of think.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. He looked great.
Then when he was doing great. So yeah, no, he looks awesome. Now I'm scared even more of this team.
With Dallas, Miro looked pretty good. He just looks effortless out there, but he doesn't do anything wrong. He's a very weird player because he looks like, how is he $8 million? But then I'm like, I didn't see him fuck up one pass.
Exactly.
He just does every little thing right, which I like out of that. Other than that, with Dallas, I thought they were all right. Didn't really see a whole lot else out of them in that game. Pittsburgh, Jari's sick. Like, for all you people that was like, trade Jari, I told you all to wait. He's looking good so far. He's still pretty young. He's like 26 years old, and that's really young for a goalie. I thought he played great. John Marino looks fucking a dope this year. He's finally back at what he was in his rookie year, at least closest he's ever been since. Teddy Bluger, he's awesome. He's just like the best person on the Penguins at such a good cap hit. Lost in a shootout, 2-1 Dallas. We'll get them next week, hopefully, or get the Leafs tomorrow. Do you guys have anything on this game other than that? Just, it was pretty boring. A couple players I wanted to highlight.
Was super even.
Yeah, it was pretty even, which is hilarious because if that was even, we didn't have like 3 of our best forwards, or 3 of our 4 best forwards in Rust, Crosby, and Malkin. Like,
I'm starting to think about. It's making me realize how much Dallas, like, how much do they need? Klingberg, exactly. You know, like, how much do they need him? So I wonder if they move on from him this year.
I wonder if they do.
Keep around, because he's got a.
He's up this year, isn't he?
Done. I believe he's up this year, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So
Dallas is a good team to watch because there's a lot going on there that it's just
man. I like them as a dark horse cup winner. Like, really,
I do too, because they're like the West.
Because
they are the Western Islanders. Like, I know we said it when they went against Tampa the first year, but they really are, because they play that boring style. But they got a little bit more firepower. It's not as strict as the Islanders.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, they play that shutdown, right? The same boring. Like, unless you're a fan of the team playing in the game, you're like, oh my god, this is painful at times. Like the LA game, I wanted to watch it because I like LA this year. They look exciting. They look full of speed. It sucks what happens to Dowdy. Hopefully it doesn't give him a shit the start of the season because of it. But like, I couldn't get into it as much. It was just, I don't know, they're a very boring team, but you're right, they're a dark horse because they play that gritty style. But so that's all I got for the Pittsburgh Dallas game. Chase, do you want to throw yours in?
Sure. Basically, well, I'll hit you with a stat right now. Dustin Tokarski is first in the NHL in goals against average at 0.92. Look it up.
Vezina. Sign him up.
Vezina.
Vezina winner Dustin Tokarski has a nice winner Dustin Tokarski has a nice ring to it. Buffalo's
nice,
first in the NHL. Yo, I wish I put money on Buffalo.
Yeah, hey, they're just fire.
They're fire right now. They're so good right now, and like I was saying, they're playing such good hockey, but they're such a bad team. But I think it's because nobody knows how to play defense anymore. Like, there's very few teams in the NHL that know how to play defense.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, this year's been bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
continue,
no doubt, man.
like,
it has been. I do kind of want to talk about a couple teams. Like, I do like how Columbus kind of Columbus looks all right.
Looks all right.
Kind of crazy. Old Line is looking
looks
not
like they
too
have
shabby,
new life.
but
They got a little bit of new life in them, which is interesting. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, like the Wings played them off a few days ago.
Yeah,
it was the Tuesday there. Beat them 4-1. Had Korpisalo in net, and I think that was the game. Old Raymond got a couple assists Raymond, there.
Speaking of, looks fucking insane. Holy shit.
Yeah, man. Like I said, he's got the skill to do this. Like, he's got mad hands and shit. God, that goal was so nice. Just shoved in the net, man.
Loving him.
Yeah.
But Columbus, Cole Sillinger, he looks like, I still don't want him to play all year. As good as he's playing, like, he looks, I'm so excited for him, like, in the future. He looks like a special player.
Yeah, hey, I remember
he's really
when I first
got
was looking
life
at him.
to them.
Yeah, I remember when I was first looking at him, I was a little worried about this guy. I didn't think too much about him, and then watched a little bit more and stuff like that before the draft, and yeah, I really started liking this guy, and he is gonna be really, really good. He can, like, what did I say? Something about like him being kind of like Matthews-ish, just not like that insanely good. Like, he's kind of proven to be that very dynamic and two-way. He looks good like all the time out there. It's pretty crazy for being just some like 18-year-old.
Yeah, I know. Like, he's so young. Just don't get injured. I'm so worried about that for him, that he gets injured.
Yeah, and Columbus is playing like this Chinikov Chinikov, or like, who the hell is this guy? But
I have no idea. They always just play the most. There's always like a couple teams that just play like just made up players. Like, who is Arizona's goalie right now? What is his name? I'm gonna find that right now.
That guy's name. I didn't know
from the Czech.
How to say it.
I know he's from the Czech league.
Yeah, from the Czech league. Hey, some guy. Like, where did that come from?
Like the other night, Vejmelka or whatever.
Yeah.
Vejmelka, Karel Vejmelka. He's a 25-year-old. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Who is this Who is this creative player? Like, dude, I've never heard of this guy once.
Goalie.
And like,
did you ever play that one game? There was one game that like literally the guy's name was backup goalie. It was on Colorado. It was like NHL 2001 or something like that.
That's amazing.
It was literally beat backup goalie or something.
They didn't have him signed yet in real life, but the game doesn't allow you to have less than one goalie. Or less than two. So it just created G backup goalie.
It was fucking great. But yeah, anywho, with the old, I'll just kick the Wings just because I want to pump Bertuzzi's tires because he's been just fire out there. Like, oh my God.
He's been on fire in all cylinders like him.
Yeah, it just
shame he's not playing out there against Canada.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? But whatever, I guess. What a guy. But no, just really, I actually like how the Wings are playing. We got actual offense coming out, so this is just lovely. So, but it didn't happen against Calgary, which I kind of saw happening because Calgary, I don't know what it is against us.
You guys were better.
Can't score goals like we.
Yeah, you guys dominated
these
though.
Albertan teams very much. It's a strange thing.
Yeah, you guys dominated. I wanna put out a bold take before you continue with the Wings because the Wings are kind of.
I'm done with the Wings. Go ahead.
I have a feeling that a lot of teams that we say are bad because they are on paper are going to be better all season than teams that were like, oh, they're very talented potentially here and here, but they got a big flaw here. I think teams who have defensive flaws this year are going to be in the basement all year. Like, doesn't matter how good your offense is. I feel like the Ottawas, Detroit, the way they're playing, like they're playing such a good game. Buffalo to an extent, obviously. Like Columbus, I think these teams are going to push. You could throw Minnesota in there on the West as well. Like there's so many teams that they just play such a grindy structure way that they're going to beat you with your defensive flaws. And I'm calling out Calgary, Chicago right now. Montreal is just a whole bag of shitstorm right now. Arizona obviously is going to get speed bagged all year. Like, I think there's a lot of teams who have weaker defenses, or maybe even the Rangers a lot this year, are going to get smoked and fall out of playoff spots because of it.
Yeah, no, that would not surprise me at all, exactly, because it does seem like everybody's got their offensive game going a little bit sharper this year. So
it just seems,
like I said, with like Detroit,
flawless.
like we had like no goals last year. Anaheim did not get any points. Like LA got no goals. Like these teams got ridiculous amount of no points. You know, like they're going to be at least like an extra quite a few goals more here this year. Actually, I got one last thing about the Wings, I guess, in a sense. Nemestikov, he's got, in 4 games, he's got 100% shooting percentage. He's got 2 shots, 2 goals.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hey, Sam Steele, also same shit. 2 goals, 2 shots, except he's only played 2 games.
Nice. That's awesome. I think do we want to segue into Jordan's injury corner before we get into a couple more teams?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Let's throw it over to Jordan's injury corner right now.
Yeah. So this week is a bit interesting. We can start with the obvious one, the Drew Dowdy. A knee-on-knee collision. It didn't look like an intentional hit. It looked like Dowdy was trying to dodge out of the way. There isn't a lot of information on that right now, so that'll probably be
it just happened. Knee on knee. He kind of led with his knee, hawk and paw. I think it was dirty. Deserved I think he'll get at least
deserved
a
a
game.
Penalty, but I wouldn't
5
give it
minutes.
Like a game ban.
I might. He led with his knee. Like, you gotta make those not okay, because you can ruin someone's life by fucking
it's
their
one
knee.
of those ones. It's either a season ender or it's a week.
Like that could almost be a career ender. Like, if you hurt your knee bad, especially at a certain age. Like, you got to get this out of the league. He will get suspended with how loose they've been giving suspension. Like that headbutt, which we'll get into later with Buchnevich, how it was 2 games and this would make no sense. Sorry, continue though. Yeah, Dowdy looks really bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's better soon.
Ty Smith is out for a week.
That sucks.
Not sure on the info on the injury, although I do know that he has not been skating with the team.
I think they finally just pulled him out, possibly playing this weekend, finally. Because, he's been out, hasn't been playing at all. Ridiculous.
Ryan Strome is on the COVID protocol list. He'll be out at least
a week.
For a few days.
So it's like 3 negative tests you need or something like that, which this whole protocol stuff's really irritating me right now.
It's tough, but they're keeping the athletes safe, hopefully, so that's what's
it's just frustrating with the whole, like, that this is happening when we're like, it's just like, can we just fucking get past it?
Ristolainen has an upper body injury. He'll be out for at least a week. Rust was injured from a Mackenzie Weegar hit.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know any info on that injury, Rhylan, but all I know is that he'll be out until at least November.
I don't remember if it's upper or lower body. I just knew it was week to week.
Just a big hit.
It was a big hit. It was. He's just so small. man. Like,
Yeah,
fucking.
and it's not like Russ has been shy of injuries, right?
Yeah, it sucks. Like, I got nothing to say, but like, yeah, okay, been there, done that. Yes, haha, so funny. Pittsburgh's the injury-riddled team that always seems to still make it, but like, can like we have one damn season where we're fucking healthy? Like, it hurts being. I feel hurt with these players.
We're gonna understand you here.
Oh, no kidding.
Kucherov injured. So he left the game against the Caps. It's apparently a groin injury.
Yeah, core.
Originally, it was reported that he was going to be back before the end of the month, but John Cooper does not see it as a short-term issue.
It's definitely not short-term. They were thinking
surgery could be necessary. So if that's the case, we're looking at multiple months.
Yeah, groins suck. I've pulled my groin. I mean, it's nothing compared to what he's going through. He probably has like a tear of some sort. I've pulled my groin.
Yeah, I'm sure you're always pulling your groin.
Not a big deal. No, I don't know. It sucks because I was really hoping he'd have a big year. I hope he's back sooner than later. We don't know a timeline yet, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, technically he
needs surgery. Essentially, is the
yeah. Like technically, right now, the soonest he can come back is in 10 games. So he's got to miss 10 games, or he ends up taking surgery or something like that.
Still not that.
He's out forever.
I hopefully he's not like gone the whole season. Hopefully it's just like, if he's back around Christmas time, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, from what I heard, they said it probably won't be all season.
That would be awesome. They can't really lose a guy like that all season again.
Shouldn't be all season. So it's not like they can go and just trade for Eichel.
Well, like the way they're playing right now, they're playing. Yeah. Don't even pull that shit up. That's not happening.
Why not?
Because they're not getting Eichel, and it doesn't make sense.
Then we have to pay Eichel half his money by the time we have to trade for him, quarter of his money. What it'll be like $2 million.
They're being injured.
They just got to get $2 million open, $3-4 million open in the cap this year.
if they fucking did that and won a third cup, I would flip out because that can't happen.
Man, could you imagine him on the Lightning? Holy shit!
Like, that team would be the greatest team of all time. Wait. Okay. While we're on Eichel, did you guys hear the news that the Colorado Avalanche were in on Eichel for a minute?
I did, yeah.
How fucking crazy is that? Like, the Colorado Avalanche, who are highly ranked as the best team in the NHL right now and cup favorite, we're in on Jack Eichel. The only reason it broke down is...
It must have been like a Kadri plus asset.
Yeah, no doubt.
Newhook.
I'll 100% give you Kadri and I'll take Eichel.
Newhook. It would probably be Kadri, Newhook.
And then like a big prospect.
Well, Newhook would be one of them. Barron.
You need all the things for sure.
Colorado wouldn't give up Byron though. They wouldn't. Like, I don't think you do that.
They might have to give up.
I don't think you do that.
Who knows?
You can't do that. I think you give up Barron, Newhook, maybe like a Bowers and Kadri and a first or something.
I could see that.
Conditional first. Yeah. Like, but the problem is cap issues. Like, they can't afford it. They would have to retain. Yeah, but Buffalo won't retain.
Eric Johnson would have to be in there.
Yeah,
the other guy because he's $6 million, so they could make it work for sure. But
maybe, but barely. They'd have to give up a lot. Yeah, I guess Kadri and him.
It's just future wise
but like you would, Colorado's depth is already in question right now. They can't make that deal and expect to have a good run to the playoffs. Honestly. Without a second line center.
Yeah, exactly.
And with McKinnon on protocol, all of these been like, this is all it takes is 2 players on protocol. Like, look at the Jets. The Jets, segueing into the Jets, like they look fucked right now with Scheifele.
Yeah,
and
Blake Wheeler on protocol. Although I did see that apparently Scheifele is not nearly as long.
Yeah, hopefully he's back, like, after, hopefully he misses just this next game and he's back, I'm not sure. But like it's all these like positive negative tests that keep happening. Like all these people are asymptomatic and stuff. It's this protocol stuff is just really tough right now for a lot of teams and a lot of players. A lot of these players are not feeling a thing they say and are like put me out there. Like, come on, this sucks. Like it's I don't know. It's starting to feel.
It seems like a lot of these guys that end up going to COVID protocol have like a good game the day or two before.
Yeah.
I don't know, getting laid or something, getting COVID. I don't know what's going on.
I don't even think it's anything. I feel like if we tested for the same thing for like the flu, we would get a lot of these tests up saying we're asymptomatic. But like if you're not sick, you're not sick. That's what this, right? Like, I don't know. Eventually it's got to get back to normal where this isn't a problem because these teams are missing huge players. Colorado with Nathan McKinnon, like that's insane that he hasn't played yet this season because of protocol. Well, he just played last game against the Caps, which I'll let you talk about that game too in a bit here. Like there's Scheifele and Wheeler out. That's screwing the Jets, who are a very good team, and like there's all this like, oh, you gotta test your depth, but like when it's stuff that isn't even like an injury of anything, like they're in a pre-COVID world, like they're not even, it's not even a question. They're playing. They can like have a flu symptom, but they're still playing if they're not sick. Like that, it's just ruining a lot of like teams' success. It's gonna happen a lot this year, so I don't like it right now. I hopefully it gets better and nobody else gets on protocol. That would be like music to my ears.
So bad news for Anaheim. Max Jones is going to be out for at least 4 months, looking like 4 to 6. He had surgery on a torn pectoral muscle.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully he'll still be able to shoot with that. That would be his big worry. Yeah, I got nothing else. Hopefully
Tyler Pitlick has a knee injury. He'll be gone at least a week.
Yeah, that sucks.
Capo Caco will be out until the end of the month with an upper body injury.
Oh, that one irritates me and my fantasy.
Yokoharu will be out until early November with a lower body injury.
I mean, Buffalo's rolling without him. I don't think it's that bad of a thing right now. I hope he plays. He's got some game.
Yeah, for sure. Another one that's not too good, Pacioretty. He's going to be out until at least the end of November with a lower body injury.
As well as the other Vegas guys who are injured too. You got those.
Yeah. Max Domi is out 2 to 4 weeks with a rib fracture.
Yeah, that one's weird. I don't know what's going on with Domi, but like he's just always injured. He's just being paid to like be on IR, it seems like.
Mrazek has a groin injury. He's going to be out until the end of October.
Yeah, we were just talking about that with why they had to play Hutchinson and got fucking speed bagged. That's tough. Hopefully he just figures. Hopefully Toronto's amazing medical staff can fix him.
Speaking of which, I believe he's a Toronto prospect, Nick Robertson.
Yes, he is. This one's tough.
This is a sad one. Here's a lot of words. He suffered a non-displaced fracture in his right fibula, which is a lot of words that just says he broke his leg.
And he's out for 10 fucking weeks.
Good news, it's not going to require surgery, which is...
Yeah, a break is better than a sprain, I guess.
As long as the break
it's
isn't
clean.
Like a shatter, then it can heal properly.
Hopefully it's just clean.
And held properly.
Yeah.
But he'll be out at least 10 weeks with that. So that's for any
so stupid for him. Like it sucks so much. Yeah. He was hurt last year with a broken foot or something. Like he can't catch a break. He's really highly touted by the Leafs. I don't think he would have made the team this year. I think they want to marinate him, as they like to say. Yeah, so and like it's always like the first week of the AHL season he gets injured. Like I don't know what it is. Just he's got some bad luck down there.
Yeah. Mike Smith will be out for at least a week with a leg injury.
Oh yeah, how you feel about that goaltending now, Chase?
That's perfect. That's what you need, man.
You like
I
Mike
said,
Skinner coming
the best
up?
thing that could happen for them is for him to get hurt.
The best thing for them to happen is Koskinen gets hurt. Mike Smith and Stuart Skinner ride them to the playoffs. That's what you hope for. That's what you pray for, and you let Koskinen walk.
Whoa.
He is so bad.
You're not getting through a whole season with Mike Smith not getting hurt every like.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But like, this is a good team, a really, really good hockey team.
Their best
that
shot, really.
Don't have a goalie.
Like, you don't need one.
Yeah, you do.
Have you seen them play?
Did you watch the Leafs San Jose game tonight? That's what happens when you don't have a goalie, James.
No way, man. Like, I've been watching them with Koskinen. It was fine.
No way. They're not okay. He's so bad. I hate Koskinen.
No, he's not. He's not.
He is awful.
So to continue with the injuries, we've got Mason McTavish out for at least a week with a lower body.
That sucks. Hopefully it's
one that confused me. Chris Drieger, he had a shift in the third period against Philly. He somehow injured himself during that, so he'll be out for at least a week. I'm not sure what the injury is, but
the injury is from him not fucking playing.
Getting
picked to be like the guy in net, and then like, oh, we stumbled across Philip Grubauer, a new shiny toy. You're the backup again.
I think making it seem like that was.
I think he was gonna start. He was gonna start. I don't think Grubauer was in the plans. Like Grubauer wasn't the plan at all. Like everyone thought he was going to Colorado.
Yeah.
Like they
wasn't in the plan, but they were hoping to get at least somebody else from what I understand.
I don't know. They
just didn't look like it was going to happen, and then it did happen at the very end, which was the weird thing, like you're saying, because it's like, well, this wasn't supposed to happen.
I don't know. I like him. I think I'd give him a go to try and be a starter. Like, you give Cam Talbot a chance to be a starter. Like,
the beast.
Why don't you give Drieger a chance? You kind of took the net from Bobrovsky, so.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, Jordan.
Athanasiou, he's out until the end of the month with an undisclosed injury that happened during practice.
Yo, what team is he on right now?
LA.
Kings.
He's still on the Kings? Oh my god. I didn't even know he played. I forgot about that guy, honestly. Like, that sucks, but like I genuinely forgot about this guy. This guy could never play a game in the NHL again, and I'd probably be like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, Chase, he played for you guys, and you might even forget who he is at times.
No, not really. I just kind of feel bad for him because there's really nowhere for him to play, it seems like.
I just know him as the guy who couldn't manage to play alongside McDavid.
The guy that made Ken Holland not make a trade at the deadline the following deadline year because he gave up too many assets.
We got a nice haul. We got a real nice haul.
You ruined a year of Ken Holland. You terrified the shit out of him for a year and said, nope, I'm not making a trade. And then he splashes all his money this year.
Yep. No, that's good stuff. Yeah, I know that. I'm so happy we moved on from him because actually, in all reality, we could probably could have used him the last little bit, but no, I don't know what's ever gonna go on with him. Like, it just doesn't seem like there's ever a good fit for him anywhere. Like, he looked not bad with LA, but there's so many guys. Like, LA has like, I would say probably 15 forwards that you're like, yeah, they could probably be NHLers right now.
Like, their depth for sure.
Like, they have such good depth, but they just don't have like the high end isn't there yet.
Yeah.
Except for Kopitar. Kopitar's amazing. Holy shit, he's so good.
Dude.
Like, I worry about their defense, LA. Sorry to go on a tangent about LA. I do worry about their defense right now, and that's why I don't think they'll make playoffs. But like, Kopitar is a beast, and with Deneau there taking ice away from the big ice, the important draws. Like, that's so big for Kopitar, and he's able to just be himself. He's never had this chance. So, like, it's just exciting.
He's really going to prime these guys.
Yeah, no, they look unreal. They look way better
good.
than not way better than I thought, just a tad bit better than I thought they
better.
would be. I knew they'd come out pretty good, but
I worry about just especially without Dowdy out right now. Like, I do worry about that defense now. It's a big worry.
Yeah, they're young. They're young, hey.
Very young and without him. But sorry, Jordan, you can say.
No, that's okay. It's just to wrap things up, we got a few on the COVID protocol list. Jeff Carter, Sod,
another fucking name. Jari was on there for a minute too. I don't know if he is anymore.
They'll all be out at least until the end of the month.
Man.
And then 2 more injuries. We've got Jack Hughes with a shoulder injury. He'll also be out till the end of the month.
Thank God it was just a dislocation, not a break.
Yeah.
That was a hard hit. Oh.
It was a rock. Oof.
That was kind of like dirty, honestly. That's how Pettersson's been getting hurt too. Like, people picking them up along the boards and whipping them down. I think they should take that out of the game, honestly. Like, it's too much. Pin them against the boards, hit them against the boards hard enough, but like picking them up, they
tripping. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you're
or like roughing.
How is that? Doing,
or like roughing. Like, how is that not like? You're putting your hands, grabbing him. It's not football. He can't just grab the guy and like
could call it holding.
Holding exactly. They need to start calling that shit so these smaller guys stop getting hurt. They talk about how it's a young game and they want the speed and all this. It's how you do it. Take those type of hits out of the game, just like you did with head hitting and kneeing and such like that you're doing. So, sorry, continue, Jordan.
No, it's okay. Lastly, Klingberg out till the end of the month as well with a lower body injury.
Yeah, like Chase was saying, could do with that Klingberg right now. Dallas. Just to backtrack on the Carter thing for a second. That fucking sucks, by the way. I'm so upset with Pittsburgh because like we just can't keep our lineup. Like, Denton Heinen is a first liner for this team. That scares the shit out of me right now. Like, we have 4 guys that are super important to our team not playing next game. 4 of our top 5 forwards, probably, our top 6. Like, it's at least our defense is healthy. Like, that's our saving grace. But
I mean, isn't Evan Rodriguez your top line center right now?
He will be with Jeff Carter out.
Yeah.
No, or either him or Teddy Bluger. Like,
him or Bluger.
But Bluger isn't like a top line guy. He's like he can do anything against any line, but he's like your energy line.
Like Boyle up there.
Boyle might be playing third line this next game. Okay, just no. Like, I'm being dead serious. I'm gonna probably tell you the top 6 and top 9 or whatever Pittsburgh really quick. The top line will probably be Evan Rodriguez, Jake Gensel, and Danton Heinen. The second line will probably be like Bluger, maybe Kapanen, and like an Aston Reese or Brock McGinn or something. Then you go like Zucker, Brian Boyle, and like a Simone, and then an O'Connor, Lafferty, and I don't know who else do we call up.
Okay, I'll tell you what they actually got set up here. They got Gensel, Rodriguez, and Kapanen on the first line.
Okay.
Zach Aston Reese, Bluger, and Brock McGinn.
Yeah.
On the second line, and then Zucker, O'Connor, and Heinen. And then Dominic Simon, Brian Boyle, and Sammy Lafferty.
Be in that third line, so
I don't hate that. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Drew O'Connor.
Drew O'Connor's all right. Like, it's not a good team. Like, this is so bad. Like,
yeah, it's no Crosby and Malkin, that's for sure.
Or even Rust, or even Carter. Then the list goes on and on. At least Marino's dope. Like, that's our saving grace.
At least he looks good this year.
Looks so good this year. Are we good to? You guys ready to move on to some of the league and some of the teams to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's start it off with Nashville, because we never talk about Nashville. Philip Tomasino scored his first career goal from behind the net, so that was pretty cool to see. He's probably their highest holy fuck, I can't talk. Highest level prospect that they got is Tomasino. So it's good.
I thought you were gonna say he was like their highest touted tight end or something like that.
No, like highest touted prospect. I was trying to say, I like my tongue just went like backwards and like gone. I almost like tied it in a knot and shit. Like it was crazy. No, that's like their best forward prospect, which is it's nice to see him in the NHL and he's doing all right. I haven't watched many Nashville games. Have you watched a lot, Chase?
A few, yeah, a little bit. Not too many. It's hard to watch the full game, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Usually just kind of throwing it on here and there is basically how it is. Absolutely. But no, I like what you're saying. Like Tomasino has looked good. Tolvanen has really settled in. He looks like he's going to be a big key contributor for this team for a long time, because holy crap. Like,
nice.
It's nothing else is working. They have Duchesne, they have Johansson, Forsberg all on that first line. It's doing all right, but it's obviously you're not noticing it. You should notice that.
Yeah, definitely.
Really notice that. That should be popping off the page every time they play, basically, at least getting a goal. And if Tomasino's the only one scoring against the Rangers, oh boy, you got trouble going on. So yeah, like I've said earlier in other podcasts, they're a solid team and all that, but like it's just they're not gonna be able to find the way to score these goals. And these guys that are gonna score goals, they're gonna be that Tomasino and that Tolvanen. And it seems like everything else is dried up. So yeah, I'm actually, the way that they looked actually all right some games. But yeah, Forsberg's out the door. They'll probably trade him unless I know they really like him, so maybe they won't trade him. But
I think he'll walk if they don't trade him. I really feel like he's done. Like after putting that thumbs down when Victor Arvidsson was traded, like he really doesn't feel a part of this team as much. It doesn't seem like he's not their style of player, which is exciting for that market. But he's just wasted there. I want him to go to a new team where he can showcase his skill. I don't know who that would be. Like off the top of my head, I can't think of a team who he just instantly fits in my mind with. But no, Nashville. What did they call it? They're going through a like tactical rebuild or something like that, like a competitive retool or something stupid like that. Hoyle. Bigger question with Nashville: how long until Hines is fired?
I don't know. They played better under him than they did under that other guy. So I don't know.
True.
I believe he was part of the reason why they were able to come back kind of and make the playoffs, unless he's been there longer than I can remember.
I don't think it was him. I'm pretty sure it was a guy named UC Saros who was just
but I thought the coach got changed halfway through or something like that.
He did. Or he got changed the start of the year last year. And he was already on the hot seat because they were so terrible. And then Saros started stealing games. So that's why I asked how long until they show their true colors again. Because this team ain't making playoffs. Like I don't have faith in them scoring, like you said. Saros is great and all, but he can't do everything. Like look at Carey Price. He's not even playing right now because he had to carry Montreal like all those years. It doesn't work for a goalie to be your best player and have nothing around him. Like Yossi's good, I guess. I'm being a little harsh on Nashville, I guess, but it's a lot of issues with this team.
Yeah, it's just like the only guys that I find I'm watching during the game and that are really making an impact are all your young guys, and that's Tanner Jeannot or some guys like that. Like obviously,
Jeannot, Tomasino.
Like obviously your big boys are holding the fort down decently. Like you're not getting 19 goals against you every game. Like I'm not saying these guys aren't doing anything, but like
absolutely,
you're like squeezing through this year, like you were saying, with like if you have any sort of holy defense or something like that, like, yeah, if you have no offense, you're also not going to be able to beat LA or something like that. Like, they just beat LA 2-1 there, you know, like
they shouldn't have.
You should be able to put a few more home, especially with the talent you have on your team. Like,
for sure.
You've got depth. Like, look at what San Jose's doing, you know, come out and play some hockey for a little bit.
Just
like, I don't love their depth.
Just try.
Yeah, it drops real hard after that first line. Like, it looks good, Forsberg, Johansson, and Duchesne, but
I don't think that looks good.
It gets sketchy. Well, it looks good, but it's just that
it's not actually good. On paper, it looks better than it actually is. But I think that that's been Duchesne his whole life. I think we were like, this guy's good. This guy's so good. But, like, he never really has been that good. Has he ever been better than a second-line center?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he would go through spurt. Yeah, like, way more to Nuge. Maybe even worse than Nuge. I think Nuge might be more effective because we know what Nuge is.
Right now,
I'm talking, like, maybe even his career. Like, career, I'd probably take Nuge all day. I don't think Duchesne was that good. Like, he had one good stint in Columbus, and then he left. They walked to Nashville.
Yeah, for like a consistent time, I guess I'd probably.
Everyone thought he was so good,
but
like we knew Nuge was like, he's not that great. He's very consistent. He'll put up 60 points every year, but he's not.
Yeah, like Duchesne's been a good 50-point guy, easy. So,
but we've been expecting him to get 80. We had been for like every year. We're like, this guy's gonna pop off, 3rd overall pick. Like, he's super fast, super good hands. Like, and he did showcase that times, just never consistently. Seemed like he was faster than his brain could process certain stuff. So
yeah, exactly. Because I fully agree. I think he should be way better, and I don't really.
He should be a superstar.
So much. Yeah,
he should be like Taylor Hall good type. Like that level of.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking about him and Taze, comparing them Captain Canada issue and stuff like that. I kind of vaguely remember that being brought up in his heyday. Like, geez Louise.
Nowhere near.
That's tough, man.
Nowhere near, though.
Just didn't excel. Like, look at Anze Kopitar. Look at some of these guys. They don't just get worse. Like, they get way better as time goes on. Like,
yeah, certainly.
Still getting better, you know?
Yeah, Kopitar is the man this year. Let's move it over to the Minnesota Wild, though. And let's talk about that Marcus Foligno Superman punch. That against Dylan. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
The crowd roared even when he missed.
Oh, it was so good.
Man,
that got me so excited. I'm like, hockey's back. That game was the probably game of the season. Hey?
That was nuts.
Oh my God, Jets are, what was it? They were up like 5-4. Score an empty netter. Man. Kyle Connors offside, brings it back. My man Eriksson Ek scores, ties the game, goes to overtime. Eriksson Ek again gets the hat trick. Minnesota beats the Jets. Like, the most exciting game of the year. If you missed that game, I'm sorry, because it was so good, so exciting. Yeah. Everything about it.
Yeah, that was so amazing, man. That's Superman. I remember just sitting there, like, just kind of hanging out, and all of a sudden just saw this Superman punch. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, me too. I was insane.
I was like, wow, what's happening?
I was so awesome. Excited.
But that was, like, the most legit hockey fight I've seen. Like, nobody almost fights like that anymore. Like, that was a legit hockey fight. Hanging each other up and just do it like it was just classic. It was a perfect hockey fight, you know.
Exactly.
Awesome.
It was so good.
And there was a Superman punch before. It was crazy.
To start it off.
But yeah, that was the most wildest game. I'm loving how the Jets are playing, but God, are they just shooting themselves in the foot?
They can't win.
It's so funny. Like, they pulled it off last game. They're like, they look pretty good. Old Pierre-Luc almost needs to take Scheifele's mantle here. Like, honestly, I'm starting to think he needs to take Scheifele's mantle because
get Scheifele scoring on that second line.
Yeah, exactly. Because Luke just plays better if you just give him so many minutes.
He does need minutes.
He's playing with Connor and stuff like that. Like, just let him fly. Let Scheifele and Wheeler play like 18 minutes and be way too good or something like that.
Honestly, if you lower some people's ice time a tiny bit.
Yeah, if you have him and
Shelter.
Lowry, like, do you need a fourth line? Do they have a fourth line centerman? I don't even know.
Not really. I don't even know. Is it Harkins? It was Nash, I guess, is probably their fourth line center. Like Rhylan Nash. Like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't hate the Jets.
Awesome. Josh Morrissey looks way better.
Yes, he's improved.
Yes, exactly. Who else on this team?
Schmidt's okay.
Svechnikov.
Oh yeah, top line.
Big boys, like that's pretty epic. That's so funny that we just don't play them at all as the wings, and then they're just playing them with PLD.
Yeah, I know, that's hilarious.
PLD and Connors. Svechnikov.
Is he back in Columbus? Like, I thought he was done playing with bad players.
That's tough. That's tough, but. No, I'm really liking the Jets. They sent that Perfetti down, so I kind of saw that going. I didn't think that was gonna stick too long.
Maybe
but
he'll make the team next year, probably. Maybe a year after. He needs to bulk.
Yeah, hey, like I said, I hope he can do something in the playoffs for them.
Yeah,
that would be
or
so
jump
cool
in there.
If he could
That'd
come back for that time frame. The one guy that really pisses me off on this team is Brandon Dillon. Like this guy.
Yeah,
like,
he's not good. Eh?
What a waste of fucking time this guy is. Like, let's get 17 penalties a game. And that's about it. That's all I'm good at. Like, it's just.
I used to really like him, for what he brought in San Jose, and like I don't know what it is, but like he just won't. He's not it.
Man, like I said with fucking Washington, they were just like tried him out, and then they were just like, yeah, we don't need him.
Yeah, honestly,
him away and replaced him with no one. They were like, we don't want anybody getting that many penalties. That was bad.
That was bad.
That was the trade. And they looked at the stats and they're like, wow, that was worth it. Who wants this guy? 2 second round picks. Holy fuck.
Yeah, the Jets kind of screwed the pooch on that one.
Like the Jets kind of needed the type of guy.
I don't know if they did. They have Logan Stanley to do that big, like I'm big type thing. Like the Tyler Myers when he was there.
He's not that aggressive, I guess. He's just not
he's
that
also young.
Type of player. He's young and exactly. Well, not as mean. He is.
Well, I would have gotten someone else instead of him.
Yeah,
if you're going for mean. But no,
more
it's
like just penalties.
Yeah, but I guess we'll see if they can get back on the winning ways when Shifley and Wheeler are back. How about this Minnesota team? How you guys feeling about it so far? It's looking pretty decent. Carell's looking pretty fast out there. He's not necessarily jumping on the score
that first line.
Eck is amazing.
On that first line.
He has been so good.
So happy Kaprizov's got a centerman.
I know.
Awesome.
He looks good. They're just like the points are. He's passing a lot. He's got a lot of assists actually. Kaprizov.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna have to breadman it out like they're a lot. I would think because it'd be cool if he was the sniping the Genos all the time, but. Yeah, it's kind of just finding a way to make plays and make stuff happen.
He's gonna score a lot, I think.
Ryan Hartman's impressive, hey? Like wow.
I like Ryan Hartman. Like he's playing so well for a guy who's just kind of like been like, what is he?
He just knows his role and he plays it fantastic.
Yeah,
second line
center. Like that's insane. I can't believe he's a second line center. Yeah,
right-handed face-offs is
maybe that's it.
Pretty dry thing.
It's because he's right-handed. No, I like this team. I think they got all. I really think they're really going to be close to playoffs.
Yeah, I think I'm putting them over Chicago now. That's for sure. Like
Chicago's not it.
I think Chicago can definitely turn things around and have a great second half and surpass these guys. Like I don't completely shit on my own rankings, but I do like this team off the bat, and it is exactly like you said and everybody said. Like I don't know what it is with this team, but they're just really, really good. Whether you like how it looks or whatever, hey, like
it's not the best looking team, but they're playing great at it. Exactly.
They find way to win games. They find ways to not get out of the race. Like it's just
absolutely
that's what Minnesota's done forever. So it's almost I don't know, like the way Seattle's the way I see Seattle now, it's almost like I want to take them out and give the Central that 5.
Yeah, I think I would.
Making the playoffs, because if I did it again, I'd probably probably take them out by just so missing because
that's
it's
what
just
I did, yeah.
Minnesota looks just good. They just
do.
look really good.
That Pacific's
do
tough.
This again, hey?
That Pacific's gonna be tough. Like Chicago's in there, Dallas, Minnesota, St. Louis actually looks real good.
Central, but yeah, exactly.
Central,
man.
sorry.
Dallas
and then Dallas, yeah, Winnipeg. Like, there's a lot of good teams.
Colorado, you got like Nashville to piss you off every odd time if they want to play a game. You know,
exactly.
Chicago, I guess.
Chicago
Louis
will.
Erickson might get a hat trick on you.
Yeah, sure. Chicago will bounce
Ladd.
back at some point. Yeah, Andrew Ladd's so good. But no. Let's talk about the most interesting penalty I have ever seen in the NHL and the team that he is on as well after.
Yeah, what a
Matthew
joke,
Tkachuk getting one of the most ridiculous penalties I've ever seen. The puck flipped out. I don't know who flipped it out. I can't remember. Calgary defenseman from their own zone. Matthew Tkachuk jumps up, knocks it down with his stick so it wouldn't go over the boards and not be a penalty. Well, he got the penalty instead for it. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen someone do. Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm so happy he did it because, like, that is so fucking funny. But like, I want to know. I want to know what. Yeah, I want to know what crossed his mind. Like, in those seconds, slow enough
he could stop it before it went into the crowd.
I want to know.
So it didn't hit anybody
in his mind. Like, yeah, this is a great idea. I'm gonna block this because technically, if it doesn't go out, it's not a penalty. But
how would you know that's a penalty? I would have never thought that would have been a penalty. So
I would instantly be like, that's probably a penalty. But like, it was really funny. I got a good laugh out of it. But what people are not getting a laugh out of is how the Flames are playing right now. They beat Detroit, like Chase was saying. It was just 1-0, right? The game. Calgary?
3.
Was it 3-0? Okay. I did know that Detroit couldn't score. But
yeah, no. They just randomly didn't score that last game. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, what are we thinking of this Calgary team? Are they not it? Because I'm starting to feel more and more that way. That this team is just...
I don't know. I think
not a playoff.
I'm not sure what, though.
By the way, I'm hearing like big Eichel rumors here. Like, a lot of people are trying to like piece together. Apparently, they're involved, is what Elliot Friedman said. That Calgary is interested in trying to get Jack Eichel. So that would be crazy. I'd like to see what haul that comes in, because first of all, you'd have to get Cap out. First name on that list is probably, if you can do it,
Milan Lucic.
if you're able to have him waive it. But no, like, I don't know. This Calgary team, to me, like Chase said, I think there's 3 teams in that Pacific. And I think those 3 teams, I think Vegas will get over those injuries. They'll be fine. I think Edmonton's getting in because McDavid is a cheat code. And I think Vancouver's getting in as well. I believe Vancouver is going to sneak in with how bad some of these Pacific teams are. Like, I don't see the spark in Gaudreau Monahan and what this team can actually bring you. Jordan.
Yeah. I'm not that worried about it, I guess. But...
I don't know. I don't know. It's just this is such a mediocre team.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you expecting, I guess?
Yeah, right. Like, my expectations aren't too high anymore. But like,
true. But they're just... It's not that they... I agree with that. The expectations weren't as high. But, like, there was some hope. Like, if there's a sleeper team, maybe throw it on Calgary. But, like, it's just like, no. They're really...
It could be.
I don't think they are. And maybe early. It's still early, obviously, and they can bounce. But, like, right now, the way they're playing... Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't...
Like their season like last year.
Yeah, honestly, just disappointment.
Yep.
Just disappointment. Speaking of disappointment, I hate to bring it up for the second episode in a row, but we have to talk about how bad the Montreal Canadiens are as well. And also segue it eventually into the Carolina Hurricanes and what they did. Montreal, I know, like we were talking last episode, can we panic and all that? I'm not going to bring that up and ask that again. But they're 0-5 to start the season. They have a 0.8 goals per game ratio right now, which is awful. Suzuki, Caulfield, Dvorak, Anderson have yet to score goals. What it's looking bad in Montreal, just to say the least. And I think it's going to continue this. And like I said last week, I do think they're going to be a bottom 5 team. This is just bad.
Yeah, that would
hockey.
be awesome. Like I remember some guy just hating on me for just saying they were going to get like 12th pick or something like that, probably around 12 to 14.
I think that would be generous.
Like that.
I think that's generous right now.
I was being generous at the time because I was like, well, let's say they actually do all right. They did just go to the Stanley Cup final.
They'll win games here and there. They got a good enough team.
They'll probably get a 12 pick or something. That's pretty safe, That's only like what 3, 4, 5, 6 picks out of playoff spots.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. And people are still like, no way. It's like, dude, like it could, it could be worse. Like I'm sitting here in the off season thinking it could be worse. And like you said, like this could be not good at all. Like,
and this has gotten worse.
Price are so key, man.
Yeah, it has gotten so much worse. They do not have Joel Edmondson. He's away because he has a sick family member, I believe. Someone in his family really close with cancer and is going through a tough time. Shea Weber's out with his injury issues, and then Carey Price with whatever's going on with him. Like, these are 3 key guys. We've seen Sherratt looks lost on this blue line without Weber. Savard is kind of just thrown out there like, hey, move the puck. Like, do this for us, do this. When, like, he's not good with the puck. He's not that type of defenseman. He's more of a bruiser, defensive-minded, win the corner battles, right? But net front. And they're treating him wrong. Like I said, they cannot seem to score. Allen's been okay, but nobody's doing anything in front of him. And it looks like the Carolina Hurricanes have ruined this team because if you guys have not heard what's going on with Carolina Hurricanes, when they just played Montreal, and guess who scores in that game? The third goal, KK, the $6.1 million offer sheet. Yes, Barry Kotkaniemi scores and just ruins the dreams of all Hab fans. Looked so upset. Everyone was so disheveled. Funny. Hilarious.
I was watching like every other game, and I put that game on for like 5 minutes and watched KK score that goal, and I was like, well, that's all I needed to see then.
That is the best thing you could have seen. And
don't need to see anything else.
Following
just him putting a dagger in their back.
Oh yeah. Carolina, by the way, wiping the floor with them. Carolina looks fantastic. At the end, I think the highlight wasn't even the game. I think it was Carolina's Twitter, as they tweet out, made a website called Did the Habs Lose Again.com. And if you go to that website, it's t-shirts for sale with Sebastian Aho and Jesperi Kotkaniemi for guess how much money? $20. Sebastian Aho's number because of this offer sheet. And
that's awesome.
The one thing I want to say about this Canes Habs thing, I'm sick of them saying, like, I think everyone's saying this right now, but I'm sick of them saying, oh, there's no rivalry here. There is clearly a fucking huge rivalry. We've known this all summer. Carolina was pissed off that what Bergevin did. And this is the best thing I've seen in the NHL from a team, I think, ever. I think this is hilarious. What do you guys think of Carolina roasting the Habs?
I mean, I think it's great social media. right? Like,
well, and that's what you want. You want the eyes on the NHL, and I think it's entertaining. Like, you want this. You want drama in the league. The most
build rivalries.
Yeah, these, and like the best thing is they're not like interdivision rivals or anything like that. They're not close by any means in
Montreal
geography.
And Carolina aren't close.
Exactly. So for them to have one, it's just it's different, and it's interesting. It's so interesting. I think it's so funny. I think Carolina is like just the team everyone wants to like hate. They're really emphasizing like the bunch of jerks. I think that's hilarious. And how they're just ruined Montreal, and everyone thinks they should trade away everyone now. But moving on to the next team, who else do we want to talk about? I did want to talk about the New Jersey Devils. Dawson Mercer scored his first career NHL goal. The kid's first, I believe it's the first Newfoundland-born player in the NHL or something like that. Or at least one of the first up there. But how are the Devils playing to you guys? They look really solid right now. They're actually scoring a lot more. First line is a little worrisome right now with Zaka, Heischer, and Bratt. But, I mean, Jack Hughes looking really good. And Dougie Hamilton making an instant impact. What are your guys' thoughts?
No, I mean, Jack Hughes got hurt.
He did get hurt.
Okay.
But like before the injury, he was really good for them. Sorry, Jordan, continue.
No, I was just saying. I mean, I knew Dougie's impact would be huge.
Yeah, no, he's a number one defenseman.
Of the season last year,
he got paid for a reason. But I don't know. It hasn't looked that good this offseason with Seth Jones. Like that contract's looking rough. Compared to Dougie's. But back to the Devils. I still take it we don't have them in the playoffs, but I think they're going to play some really good games this year and be a lot harder of a team to beat than in previous years. They're playing a lot better. Some of these young guys are playing pretty decent. Like I mentioned, Jack Hughes before his injury looked like the first overall pick. Dawson Mercer's looked really, really good this year. Who else is there? I think Bratt, and Zaka need to step it up a bit, but they're having some good games from certain guys. And maybe
Ryan Graves is doing pretty awesome.
Ryan Graves is awesome. I love Ryan Graves. Wow. It sucks.
Getting on the board, scoring goals.
Colorado really hates that trade. Hates that trade. They did not want to do that whatsoever. Without Seattle coming in, Ryan Graves is an Avalanche right now still.
And they clearly didn't want to play against them too much or have them in the same conference or something. Like, I don't know why they.
Well, I get it. He's a big fucking kid, 6'5", 220. He's, like you said, scoring goals now, which is awesome.
I wonder how he's gonna he's playing with Dougie, so you never know. He might be able to actually get a solid amount of points in our reality,
I think he might. Yeah, he could get 30, 40 points. I think that'd be a really
he might be easy to get 30 just because of this.
Like that. Which is
even if Ty Smith is coming back, I guess I read
a week or so,
today or tomorrow. I guess would be it'll come out tomorrow. So I think he's playing Saturday here on 23rd, but. Yeah, even with him coming in, they'll probably take Siegenthaler's spot, and maybe it'll be Smith and Severson. Maybe it'll be on the second line, but they're not going to play him with Hamilton because
that's a hell of a top four, hey?
No doubt.
Hamilton, Graves, Severson, and Ty Smith, and then you got PK, or you got PK on the third line with whoever you want. Siegenthaler, I guess.
They got Kristen Yaros chilling too.
Yeah,
probably gonna be Siegenthaler.
Probably Siegenthaler. That's not bad, hey? They got a really good decor. I like their goaltending. Blackwood, Bernier, and then Wedgwood obviously will get games with the Blackwood situation. I think he's getting vaccinated. I I think it's in the works. I don't know what's going on there.
It says both of these goalies are hurt right now.
Yeah. What goalies?
Like Blackwood and Bernier or what?
It doesn't say that on my Cap Friendly here. It says Bernier is still good. I'm not sure. But anyways, no. If they can start getting a couple more goals from some guys, this team could be a really sneaky team and do well. Play some really important games and strong games. But anything else on the Devils, guys? No. Finally, I just got some news around the league after this. And do you guys have any specific teams you want to talk about?
Nope.
Not really.
No? Okay, I got one team, then we can kind of finish off. Then we got some other hockey news around the league. Ottawa Senators, they are looking for scoring help right now. Some top six, hopefully some centers is what I'm hearing. They're willing to give up draft picks and prospects. Who do you guys think would be a good fit for the Ottawa Senators right now if you had to pick one guy in the league to help them score goals? Chase, you want to start it off?
Who would I even want? Team who's available, I guess.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Sorry,
stuff. Hey,
I kind of put you on the spot with it being thrown on. I'll throw one out right away. How about a Thomas Hertl? Kind of fits in their plans. He's in age bracket. He's old enough to help them for a couple years. I believe, what is he, 26, 27? Just pulling it up right now. 27. He's on a 1-year deal. He's looking to move on. Probably he's a good scorer. He scored 20 in this league. Plays center, could really help with that young center core of Norris, Pinto, and maybe jump in.
Do you think San Jose is ever going to trade with Ottawa again, or
what? Probably. I don't know. Maybe they'll get a first-round pick back, and screw them back. You never know. I just see the Hertl as a fit.
I like Hertl. I like Hertl off your team. Yeah, you can have Hertl if I got this
Carlson
guy.
Take care, Carlson back. Oh, that'd be a detriment. What about you guys? You guys have any other names you guys want to throw out for Ottawa to potentially go after for some scoring help?
Bobby Ryan.
Bobby Ryan. Yeah, sure. That's gonna help you out with better than these young kids, hey?
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't know what you want to throw into the bunch exactly. I wouldn't want to mess with anything. What's the point? Unless Batherson hurt or something?
No, they're trying to win, man. They're trying to be good. They got Kachuk in the top 6. They would have Norris, Stützle.
I just don't see
Batherson.
What's the point?
I don't know. That
would be my question.
I'm not the GM. I'm reporting news. I'm just reporting news that they want a top 6 guy, or that they want a scorer in their top 9.
Yeah, I can't even think of anybody other than somebody off of that team. Maybe what are they going to take, some Kessel or what?
Maybe. Never know. I don't see why.
I can't think of anybody that I could even I would even consider putting on this team, because I don't even know who they'd want to push down. I'm assuming they'd want to get a centerman if anybody, but I know they like their centerman, so couldn't even tell you a guy that I would even assume would want even.
Well, maybe they won't play Pinto, because I'm hearing there's chances he's good enough to play in the NHL, but they want him to play more and not get dummied every night. He's already been injured twice, so he might be sent down just to grow and not be rushed into the league. He may be talented enough, but these injuries can't keep happening. Jordan, what were you trying to say there? Sorry about the whole trading for a top scorer.
I think that's a tough one right now because the market's not really there.
Okay, then let me throw out a couple names of the market where it is there. What about Dylan Strome? Center, maybe not necessarily a scorer, but he can pass. He's more of a playmaker. Think that fits the team at all in their system?
I don't. I honestly no. They have a Tierney. Like I don't see. It'd be like getting another Tierney, in a sense.
Yeah, but Tierney, I trust to my own end. I think Dylan Strome is more of a scorer than a.
Yeah, for sure. But like I'm just saying, like you're not getting like anything much more impactful than a Tierney, and I don't know how much that would truly help. Like I don't know. I'd probably be trying to get like a more of a hurdle, like you're saying, somebody with maybe more size and good impact, not just somebody who's good at one side of the game or something like that.
Raquel, maybe. Who else could they get? There's a couple of guys out there who you're looking could definitely be available. But no, I guess we'll just move on to the last hockey news before we finish this podcast. To start, Nikita Gusev, I forgot to mention this for the past couple of weeks. He returned to the KHL after failing to be signed after his PTO with the Leafs. Alan Walsh tried to sabotage the Fleury trade this summer by talking about retirement. Apparently, Fleury never considered retiring. It was all just a ploy, hoping that Vegas wouldn't trade him and something would happen. So Alan Walsh at it again, the most interesting agent in the league, that's for sure. Next, Ilya Kovalchuk was named the general manager of the Russian national team for the Olympics. So that's cool. I thought he was under contract. I thought he was under contract for a team and still playing, but I guess not. So he's going to be the GM for Russia. And then finally here, I got 6 goalies have been named to Team Canada's list for the Olympics. They were allowed 1 extra because of a special situation. What do you guys think of these guys? It's Carey Price, Marc-Andre Fleury, Carter Hart, Darcy Kemper, Mackenzie Blackwood, and Jordan Binnington.
Jordan,
sorry, Jordan, go again.
I was just saying those are some pretty good fucking goalies.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, those are nice names. Kind of surprising to hear Blackwood on there, but
I was more surprised to see Hart, but like he's pretty unproven. So
yeah, but I could understand taking him for just giving him that experience.
Yeah,
maybe not even playing him, but just sitting him.
I get that.
But like you're picking these guys because you have to make like you got to pick somebody in the end. So like you're gonna want to get somebody who might do good, like
so that
can do amazing or whatever. Bennington could do terrible. Blackwood could do terrible or good. Like you don't really know how these guys are gonna play. That's why you take these guys because they have good upside.
Okay. Given that being said, who are the 3 goalies you choose right now? If you had to make Team Canada tonight, who are these 6? Who are the 3 you take? Chase, you can start.
Well, probably taking Fleury. Like God, what was that list again? I almost need to see
Price,
that again.
Carey Price, Marc-Andre Fleury, Carter Hart, Darcy Kemper, Mackenzie Blackwood, Jordan Binnington.
Yeah, I'd almost go like Binnington because he's looked pretty decent if he can keep that up. And I'd probably take Kemper as well, honestly.
So you go Fleury, Kemper, Binnington? So you don't take Hart for the experience?
No, I would obviously, like I said, if Hart can things turn around and things go well, I'd think about taking Hart if he can outperform and that sort of stuff. That's why I'm saying, like you gotta pick those guys right now. So then if they do turn out good, like you actually can take them to the Olympics.
No, I agree.
I wouldn't be taking them right now. That's for sure. But
yeah, he's looked shocked. He's looked very shady. Jordan,
and if everybody looks shady, I'll just take Dustin, man. DT to the moon.
Yeah, he'll be
to the moon.
Yeah, right. He's gonna get the Vezina, right? And all these guys will get hurt, and they'll have to call up one other guy, and it'll be DT.
Hell yeah, buddy.
4 guys will be hurt and can't play in the Olympics. Well, Blackwood won't be allowed to if he's not vaccinated. So
yeah, that's why they named him. Get vaccinated, kid.
Jordan, who would you pick as your 3 goalies then? And by the way, I'm meaning if they're healthy. Like, I should have preferenced that with Carey Price, because, like, obviously if it's going on tomorrow, he's not going to be there. But, like, let's say Price is back.
Yeah, healthy Price for sure.
Everyone's fully healthy.
I'd say probably Price, Binnington, and maybe Fleury.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I'd probably go Price, Fleury, Kemper. I like Binnington. I do. I don't know. He is the most spotty, like, consistent issues with Binnington over his short career thus far have been bad. When he's hot, he's the best goalie in the world. But we've seen that with how many other goalies? Like Jonathan Quick, he was never an amazing goalie consistently, but he would go through stretches where he was just the best.
Oh yeah,
and that's Binnington. He is just sometimes so good, and other times it's like, dude, what in the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah, but like that's why you take him, because like he can be just literally lights out.
For me, being healthy, I take Kemper. Like... Kemper's like, I love Kemper. You guys know how much.
Yeah, I'm taking Kemper. I am taking Kemper.
Oh, I agree.
Because like hell yeah, man. Like if these guys are playing like so good, same with Fleury. Like if these guys are playing so good, I'm taking these. I want to have all 3 of these options.
I take Price because
in all reality, you only have to play a guy for like a period.
Yeah.
And if he's playing like crap, and you put in
I agree.
3 amazing goalies. So
I agree, but that's why I say I take Price, because it's Carey Price.
Yeah, like, I feel bad not taking Price for sure.
I almost take him over Fleury. Like if if I have to pick between Fleury and Price, I probably almost take Price if he's healthy. I love Marc-Andre Fleury I just think Price gives you a better chance to win than Fleury. I like Fleury. I think he can be good. He's looked really bad right now. I think that's a big reason of recency bias of how bad he is playing. I just don't know. I picked them both. I do pick them both, being Price, Fleury, and Kemper. But I guess we'll find out. It was just some hockey news. But do you guys have any other news before we close out this podcast?
Nah.
No. So all right. That's it for this week's podcast. Go follow our social media and our YouTube. The Couch on Ice. We're on Twitter, Instagram. Other than that, we'll catch you after the weekend, and yeah, I got nothing else. See you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah, see you next week.
Peace.